And then it leads to the third. It says at the end of verse 16, and the boastful pride of life. What we see appeals to our flesh and ignites our pride. I gotta have it. Because if I have it, I raise my own self-importance, my own self-significance. I'm able to raise myself above others. The boastful pride of life, longing for things that feed our ego. John is very straightforward. He said, this is not from the Father. These fleshly desires and rampant covetousness and swelling ego, he says, this is not from the Father, from the world. The world that is ruled by Satan, the world that appeals to our flesh, the world that is exasperated by our eyes and inflates our pride. This is the battle within us. So John concludes with the contrast in verse 17. And it's a stark contrast. John is very much a black and white preacher. And in verse 17, John just flatly says the world is passing away. The world is the Titanic that's going down. Why would you be so preoccupied with the world? He says the world is passing away. And passing away is translated elsewhere in the New Testament of a traveler who's just passing through an area, someone in transit, not a permanent resident, but someone who is like a nomad, just on the move, but is here today and gone tomorrow. He said that's the way the world is. It's so temporal. It's so fleeting. It seems so lasting and permanent, but it's passing away. In fact, it is imploding from within. It is self-destructing. It's not evolving, it's devolving. It is perishing. This world system and the things in the world are perishing and dying. It's all passing away. It's hedonism, it's paganism, it's materialism, it's idolatry, it's godlessness. And then he adds, and also it's lust. It's like spiraling down. It's in a death spiral. So why would you want to attach yourself to this which is on the slippery slope and is cascading down at Mach speed and will end up in total, complete destruction? But note the sharp contrast. But the one who does the will of God. We know who that is. That's a believer. What is implied is does the will of God from the heart. He lives to obey God. He lives to follow God, and he lives to pursue God's agenda. The total opposite of the one who is actually of the world in this perishing system. But the one who does the will of God, he says, lives forever. Lives here is literally the word for abide. To be at home with. And though it's not stated, what is clearly is implied, this is the one that will live with God forever.